Watch how I flip. Watch how I whip. I'm in the whip. All in the wrist. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. Car on the wrist. All in the wrist. Watch how I flip. Watch how I whip. I'm in the whip. All in the wrist. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist.
All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go, here we go. 30 base.
Hey! Hey, we are!
Hey, Haywood!
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Check. Leo!
He's coming.
Hey, Sam off!
On first down, Rich, flush to his right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the Raiders' 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tighten up.
Cook. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making a big-time play?
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
61, matchbox lights.
Operating from the gun. Rich, open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Ready, set.
Mike part two. So don't say no. Shift.
Deuce, bam. They go.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Sponge!
Hey! High 7! Hey! Snap!
From the gun, Rich. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Yep.
Play. Check 99. Watch the ship.
Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Rich. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there. They think those numbers are going to increase.
And this one is right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL.
Watch the whip.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
At the 24-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Makes 3. 218, chop it.
Hey, alert 3.
Hey, wahoo. Now.
Check, 59. All you get is a headache.
Here's 2nd and 8. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Go.
I got 2.
Yes.
We got 3. Check safety.
Hard. Rock it. Hey, lock it.
Looking to throw. Rich. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
First down, Raiders.
Check pass. 49, check.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Haskins, he'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Third down. Here's Haskins. And that's caught by Smith. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Vincent Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got one. Joker.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, seam 6.
52 by 52.
Get it.
2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Bravo.
From the gun, Rich. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check the backer, check the backer. Zip it. Check, check, check. Motion out of the backfield, motion out of the backfield. Mike's 54.
A first down carry here for Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 44, Haskins. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third.
Hey, you're on an island move. Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch tight end. Let it go.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And he's going to go down again. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Rich. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Greystone, Travis.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go.
Hey!
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Let's go.
Second and 4. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, and it's third and 4. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, Charlie. Go.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Hey, Echo.
52. Watch 52.
You're out.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Here I come. Check 3. Check 3.
Snap.
From the gun, Rich. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a first carry for their fullback. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
80 weapons.
Mike 59. Hey, watch the ball.
Look at me. Go. Deep rip.
They run it again with Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
52.
Oh, here we go.
Yo, go.
I'm coming for you, son. Mike 52.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Rich. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run it with Johnson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To Johnson again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ty Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Diggs has it. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Ready, ready. 15 line. 15 line.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Blue draw quarters. Ready, ready.
From the gun, Rich. That'll be complete to Cook.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Set, 8 read.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
6-6. Pull it high. You got that. Get it.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. They run, Cook, and an alley to run. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet.
Second and 1. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
General West.
Alert flare. Alert flare.
Hey, orbit. Fire.
Throwing on first down. Rich. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, Alpha. Say go.
Operating from the gun. Rich. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured this.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Ready.
52 is the mark. Check. 52 is the mark.
From the gun, Rich. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Raiders take over first
Let's go.
and 10
Let's go. Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
On the down.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Point after here coming up. And that will make this a 4-point game.
That's the score. Vikings 18, Raiders 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Johnson. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. It's caught. Smith. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
Haskins to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Back to throw. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Come on, baby. Christian Travis. Check 43.
Again, it's Cook. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
59. Marcus, defense, Marcus.
Protein spill.
Watch twist.
Hustle.
Now Cook. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
just a young, incredible one.